Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Fatesworn with me, Brigand Hall. So I do plan on finishing these last 3 portals this episode. So it'll go a little longer than usual, depending on how long the dungeons are. Fast travel to Ancilla's camp. Alright, we have to run the rest of the way south first. Let me go to market, just in case. Y'all don't want to fight me. So where is this parry set at this point of the game? These guys are a real pain in the butt. They can block your damage. Pyromancer. This legendary weapon is painstakingly crafted by the mage Valfilian Carr as a culmination of his research. I recognize that. It's pretty cool. I like the base of it. And the whole thing's really cool. It's very magma-y. Alright. Go to fast travel back over here, be a little faster. Hey, you're back. Cool. Alright, chill out, man. Wait, I parried that. He didn't stagger. I see you guys, but I'm gonna ignore you and just go into the portal. They'll be waiting for me when I leave. So believe it or not, I used to be pretty bad at video games. I had a bad habit of just not finishing games that I started. Where I'd sit down and, like in a single play session, I'd swap discs in like my PlayStation or even Nintendo, you know, whatever game system, several times. just by snippets of each game. The first game I actually sat down to truly beat was Kingdom Hearts, actually. I mean, I had beaten games before that point, like KOTOR, things like that. There's a funny story about KOTOR. First time I played the game, I could not beat Malik with my character. I had, my character was an abomination. I had put points to make all the numbers even instead of focusing on certain stats. Had no idea. I mean, I had played Baldur's Gate prior to that, but I had no idea how the D20 system worked, especially in KOTOR. And so it was, I think I did eventually manage to beat him, but it took everything I had to use all the consumables I had, like all the buffs. It was not a pretty fight. But since then, I have managed to beat that game with every build except for dual-wielding blaster pistols. I haven't beat him with the blaster rifle. Which also was not a pretty fight. I think that was on the hardest difficulty, because that was my most recent run. So I used to play that game about once a year. Probably my most beaten game, alongside Fallout 3 and Dragon Age Origins. I mean, some people still think I'm not good at games. A lot of people that don't like the way that I play games on the channel. They don't optimize all the time. I prefer to look cool and feel cool. Because anyone can optimize and make a joke out of any game. And that's not fun. I like when things go wrong. It's also one of those things that makes Let's Plays appealing. That, you know, no two people play a game the same way. And even if they do, like, their journey through the game is going to be slightly different no matter what. They're different people, so every experience is going to be unique to that person. That's one of the reasons why I'm so attracted to Let's Plays. Because I mean, I watch Let's Plays myself as well. I'm a huge Let's Play fan. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know that I don't always optimize what I'm doing. I like in this game, if I was truly optimizing, I'd craft all my equipment. But I made it a point to use all unique stuff, because it looks cooler. And since the aesthetic is a huge part of this game, I'm gonna play around that. I mean, I also see the appeal of optimizing to the point where, you know, you completely break the game. But it's not for me. Maybe for like a second run. The first run, it's all about fun. Not saying that optimizing can't be fun. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Where are you? hang of dodging the spider webs. This dungeon doesn't seem super long. Nope. I get to grab chests as I go through. Alright, I really need to empty out my inventory. Doing a bit of a hassle now. I'll save that for off camera at some point. I'll just go back to Canna Rock and drop all my stuff off in my stash. Give me all that sweet money. Did I parry that explosion? I didn't know I could do that. I had tried before, but I didn't succeed, so... Color me surprised. Also, in my defense for young me, I did play a lot of games that had replay value, I guess. Like I played Dynasty Warriors, Super Smash Brothers, a lot of games like that where I guess there wasn't really a point in beating them. You could, but you kept playing with all the different characters doing the missions, so you could grind out new equipment. I mean, not for Super Smash Brothers, of course. Speaking of Super Smash Brothers, the first character I beat the game with was Pikachu. Who was not my favorite character in Super Smash Brothers. In fact, my favorite character, well, you had to unlock him, was Captain Falcon. I like the slower, heavy hitters. Let's see, before I unlocked him, I guess I used a lot of Samus. Samus, however you want to pronounce it. If I was into the new Super Smash Bros., the newest one, I'd probably play Ganondorf. Seems like the slowest, heaviest hitter. In Brawl, I played, is it Brawl second or is it Melee? I always get those two mixed up. Bowser was one of my favorites. Who also was one of my favorites in Mario Kart. Bowser and Toad. At least Mario Kart 64, it's the one that I played. I haven't owned a Nintendo product since the Game Boy Advance. I mean, I still own all my Nintendo products, but I haven't bought one since the Game Boy Advance. In fact, I always preferred PlayStation, but I always got Xbox because that's what my buddy had. He'd always end up getting both consoles, but he'd get Xbox first, and so that if I wanted to play with him, I had to have Xbox. So my personal gaming history. Super exciting stuff. Yeah, actually the first console we had, I think, was a Sega? I remember it super well because we didn't have it very long. We ended up getting rid of it. Then we had a Nintendo 64. Still have it. Yeah, we had games like, was it Earthworm Jim? There was this fighting game, I can't remember the name of it, but it had like a basketball player, a kangaroo creature to play as. It was pretty fun. Then we had gotten Nintendo 64. My parents bought, I think Super Smash Bros. Was the first game that I got for it. I think I got that, and my brother got Splashdown, which was a, it was actually Sea-Doos, it wasn't jet skis. And my parents got themselves Resident Evil 2. Said that they weren't allowed to play it, and then they never played it. My dad never made it to the police station. Is it right there beside me? Yeah, I figured. Okay, that would have been too easy. Now I played when I wasn't supposed to. I got to the police station, and then there's that scene where the liquor like swings past the window. Freaked me out as a kid, man. Alright, not going that way. I have my Game Boy Color, my Game Boy Advance, then my PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. The PS2 we got used. My uncle sold it to me my dad. And I think the first game I had for that was, well, a few games that he gave us, but Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter was actually the first game I played because I played it at my uncle's place. It's still one of my favorite 3D platformers. Of course, we also played Grand Theft Auto 3 when we weren't supposed to. My parents took the ratings. Well, my mom took the ratings very seriously. My dad never really expressed an opinion on the matter. I didn't upgrade my hammer before we came here, so I have a backup hammer in case this one ends up breaking. Of course, I never actually progressed the story in GTA 3. It was all about the cheats. Flying car cheat to get to the next part of the city, tank cheat, all weapons cheat. Which you put in enough times and your ammo got maxed out, gave you infinite ammo. I'm getting a little off track here. That's just taking me in the exact opposite direction where I want to go. Those times where I want a loot area option. Actually, I probably wouldn't even gotten an Xbox 360 if I did not see my buddy playing Fallout 3 on it. I had no idea that Fallout 3 had come out. Again, I didn't have internet or anything at the time, so I had relied on gaming magazines. I had a subscription to EB Games turned into GameStop, which gave you a monthly subscription to Game Informer. That's how I kept up with all my gaming news. Gosh, I didn't have internet even in 2010. I still didn't have like consistent internet. Actually, I think we did at that time, but it was really crappy. Because we had gotten Altel. This is where we lived at. We couldn't get cable or high speed. We had to. They called it high speed, but it wasn't. We used a cell tower essentially to get our internet. Make sure I'm on the right track. And then Verizon bought out Altel, and then our service just went to complete crap. Like, I played League of Legends on it, and it was constant, like 300 ping. Which, I mean, it was still playable. I did okay. But that wasn't until like right before I moved out. Before then, I relied on free dial-up. The trials they'd send you, People PC and AOL. That's how I played Diablo 2 with my friends. Just funny, I obsessed over playing online games like MMOs and stuff, but I didn't have the capability. But now that I do, I don't care for it. Always wanting what you can't have. In fact, when we first got our internet, so it had a data cap on it, and we didn't know that. And I had gotten Warhammer Age of Reckoning. I was into Warhammer at the time. I was like, oh sweet, an MMO I can play online, this would be awesome. Installed it, started playing it. We'd gone over and owed like $500 on the first bill. I say we, my parents. Luckily we were able to sort that out. My parents did not have to pay that. But that's my first run-in with how crappy ISPs can be. Before that, I mean, they kept giving us free samples of dial-up. Seemed like alright folks before then. Now we still have data caps, but instead of charging you more, they just throttle your service. So you can't use it or get the full value out of it. Speaking of which, my current service is being throttled. So I recently moved, got a house. Had very limited options. The best option was actually Xfinity, which I was hoping to get away from. I think we also have a Verizon option, which, not a fan of Verizon, so decided to go with Xfinity. I mean, I hate both of them, so. But later this year, we will get, is it Glow Fiber? But anyway, so we moved, got my internet, set everything up, purchased my own router and modem, because I'm not going to rent. And within the month, my internet went from, I get 800 megabytes per second. It was the best bang for the buck at the time. And all my hardware is rated for higher than that. It's all rated for at least 1 gig. In fact, I think my modem is rated for like 1.6 gigs or something. So more than what I need. And I checked one day and I was down to 400 megabytes per second. I'm like, why is it throttled? I was like, oh, maybe it's a fluke. And so, I tried working with them. They did stuff to my hardware. I don't remember exactly what they said they were doing. I'm like, alright, well, it should be good now. So I think it lasted 2 weeks. I was good for 2 weeks. And then I go and I check, and for like a week straight, it's stuck at 400. So I contacted them again. They said, oh yeah, your hardware is out of date. Your hardware is out of date. It's rated for, over a gig. It can't be out of date. Yeah, so within a month they had said that my stuff was out of date. I have to use something that's recommended by them on their website. So they gave me a list of modems and routers I could use. And they're all like $250, $300 routers. I'm like, I'm not paying for that. I have a router that's rated for it. It even says it's Xfinity compatible on the box, which isn't on Xfinity's end. That's definitely on the modem's provider or manufacturer. But I mean, if this was outdated in a month, I go and I buy this next modem or router, what's to say it won't be outdated in another month? They just keep doing that. I assume they have some sort of deal with the manufacturer. But, like, what's to stop them from just keep making it go out of date? Make me have to keep spending hundreds of dollars to update it. Oh, that's crazy to me. Like, oh yeah, well your hardware is out of date, so we're gonna give you half your speed. I know that's not the case. They're purposely throttling it. There's no way that they're not purposely throttling my service. And there's also no way I'm gonna go buy another router. Well, sorry, it's just the modem for $250 to $300. when mine is rated for it. And it was working fine for the first few weeks. So I know that it works.
How are you holding up? They have you rummaging through. Good, good. Make me proud.
And if there is something that's
Nice to
causing it
see
to be
ya.
outdated, go back. Go back to what it was before.
Getting comfortable here at the fort. See it?
Yeah, so I think there's like a bug or something. It's eating one of my hammers. So now I'm back down to 1. I got my 302 chaos damage back. That's nice. Alright, to the last portal. While I'm done with this side stuff, we have one more thing to do before we continue with the main story, which is in Gorehart. But we'll take care of that next time. Off camera, I've been going to Gorehart and mapping it out, so hopefully it doesn't take super long to knock that out. But we'll see. A little Easter egg hunt in Gorehart to take care of. Oh, 5. Sideways. Alright. Let's go pop this. These. Stance is about to wear off. There we go. Everybody and their mother is showing up to the fight. Come here, you. Hey, Ward of the North. We found this before, I think. Wait, did I find this one pre? I don't remember if I found Ward of the North or not. The solid block of ice was found by Varani fishermen on the Icebrine coast. It has since changed hands various times. It's thought to have been lost at sea after an attack by the notorious pirate Dead Kell. I feel like I found that one before. Also very likely that I didn't. So fast traveling down here is probably the fastest option. Alright, so troll at every portal. Not the end of the world. I am very strong. It's a little time consuming. Followed me all the way from there. I saw them spawn in. Of course, they bring a troll with them. Let's close that just to make sure. I think the other one did spawn a chaos critter after I just killed all the chaos creatures. Doing that. Nope, don't want to exit. Let's do this. Oh, I have to circle all the way around? Oh, I do. That's annoying. Alright, well, here we go.
Die, Dustly!
Oh, whoops. Alright, if I don't kill any chaos creatures, more won't spawn. I'm pretty sure anyway. So let's kill all the non-chaos guys first. Hey, no troll. Sped things up a little bit. Funny, they gave this one 5 rifts. It's like, oh, people are probably going to save this one for last because it's in the last area. You just start from this end and work your way backwards and subvert their expectations. They get easier as you go. So then your hammer has to survive, and you've got nothing but a green hammer if you do it that way. Like 17 durability. Or whichever weapon you use. So disappointed they didn't add spears as a weapon in this. It was the perfect opportunity. They can even have it so the spear has like a finesse and might requirement. I probably would have gone that route had they done that. Because it's obviously in the game. NPCs can use it. They have the animations, the attack patterns. Just have to put one in my hands and then we're all set. Alright, so this is a dead end. Probably not worth going to yet. Lever's up there, I don't see it. These enemies might respawn. If I have to fight them twice, I'm not going to. Yeah, I was wondering how the DLC, because it felt like we were blasting through the DLC, and it's like, you know what, I was wondering how this is going to take 6 to 10 hours to beat. But now I see, with the this segment of the game, which is optional, you don't have to do this. And assuming we have to use this weapon against Telogris, we're probably going to be a little over-equipped for that fight anyway. I don't know what it is about spears. Spears are just underrepresented in games in general. Like, I think Morrowind set an expectation, and then no one ever met it. And of course, a few games still have them, like can't talk. Pathfinder games kept them. I mean, technically there is one spear in this game you can use, but it's treated as a great sword. Even in Morrowind, they were a little underrepresented. There's only 2 unique ones. Maybe 3 with Solstheim. Or was Solstheim the one that added the second? I don't remember exactly what. There was one that did, I think, lightning damage. I don't remember what the other one did. It's been a little while since I played Morrowind. I've always liked spears. There's even a showcase for Skyrim. There's like, they gave the developers a week to work on whatever they wanted or something. So like for the release of Skyrim, they showed, oh, these are what developers came up with and what might be added to the game later. And someone had added spears and spear animations to the game. And it looked pretty cool. Because you actually use a spear like you would use a spear, like sweeping attacks, not necessarily just thrusting. There was thrusting attacks too, but there was also like the large sweeping AoE attacks. It's like, sweet, we're gonna get spears in the game at some point, and no. Unless you use mods, of course, but... Back in some games, hammers and all the cool weapons are underrepresented as well. It's always a sword that's the chosen weapon. The legendary weapon. Always a sword. But I've always been drawn to hammers and other blunt weaponry like maces and flails. Not so much clubs, but as long as it's not a sword, I guess I can't really complain. This game did a really good job of having pretty equal representation of all weapon types. I guess there's a few more swords than others because there's 2 sword types, long swords and great swords. First, I've always been a big fan of the shield and spear style of fighting as well. Also a big fan of lances. Not many games have lances in them. One certain game that I'm currently playing alongside this one had the opportunity to add lances, and they didn't. Yeah, introduce a class that uses lances, and then they didn't add lances to the game. Couching a long spear doesn't sound nearly as cool as couching a lance. I get it. I kind of get why they didn't do it. In fact, most of the, I guess it's mostly JRPGs that have lances, right? You have, Monster Hunter with the gun lance, and then you have the regular lance too. Which I didn't play. I played the original Monster Hunter back on the PlayStation 2, without internet, of course. Had a good time with it, and Lost Ark has a lance class, another gun lance class. I think that's all I can think of right now. I'm sure I'm missing something, but not a very common weapon type. Oh, I think there's a Final Fantasy game that has a Lancer class. In fact, I think it was Final Fantasy that got me on my spear fascination anyway. Kane Highwind, the Dragoon from Final Fantasy IV? I think I got that right. Pretty cool guy. Dragoon class has always been one of my favorite classes in Final Fantasy. The Benga in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance to Freya from Final Fantasy 9. I always get 8 and 9 mixed up. Not the like the plots and the characters, but like just the numbers when I think about it. Like, oh, is Steiner from 8 or 9? Since I remember that 9 comes after 8. Well, obviously, numerically speaking. But that's when they like brought like the more fantasy aspect back to it. So now I have 2 separate stacks of Lupuku's luck. Or Lupoku's luck. I think the vowels mixed up. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's wrap this up. Alright, I didn't want to loot anyway. You really not drop anything? Alright, we did it! The world is safe once again. Alright, all the way back over here. We'll upgrade our hammer one last time, and then in the next episode, I'll meet you guys in Goreheart, and we'll track down some dolls. I think there's still a couple I need to find. I did find out that they are all in the same area. Luckily, they're not scattered across the entire map, because that would have been a pain to do.
Nice to see you. Getting comfortable here. See you.
Did he upgrade it? I think he did. He ate it instead. What a jerk. Yeah, that has to be a bug.
Greeting. I care about the people of Mithros.
I could upgrade it, and he just destroys it. You know what? Screw it. Here, we'll just do that.
And I won't.
We'll play it safe.
Nice to see you.
Oh, maybe it's because my inventory's full.
On the forge. Nice to see you.
And the chance to spawn a hunter-gatherer went up by 20%.
Getting comfortable here at the
Neat. Alright, then actually let's go ahead and put a gem into it as well. I'm gonna put one of the ones that boosts my chaos damage by 5%. I guess I could also go ahead and respec and craft. Do that off camera instead. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call it here. Off camera, I'm gonna respec, and since I don't need this, maybe I do. What if more portals pop up and I need this skill? I doubt that's gonna happen. But I'm willing to get rid of this. I can max out blacksmithing, sagecraft if I want to. Don't need points into alchemy. Don't mess with alchemy anyway. I've done all the maps. I don't know if I need detect hidden any longer. I like to have it just in case, because there might be a dungeon we go into that has a hidden door. I don't care for stealth either. I usually just run in and pay off my fine anyway. So yeah, I can use stealth to max out stagecraft and chaos sight to max out blacksmithing. So yeah, I'm gonna respec off camera. And I'm going to craft the hammer and everything off camera as well, and I'll show it off in the next episode. And then we'll also go to Goreheart and hunt down the Easter eggs. And if there's time after that, do the main quest. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.